I'm Todd Grisham. The crowd cannot wait to witness this one. We're live at the CompuBox Academy. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Here we have Streak Killer. They're coming up against The Artist. Who's been your favorite middleweight champion over the years? Maybe Canelo Alvarez, Roy Jones Jr.? Well, these two certainly hope they can be on your list.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Up first is Streak Killer from the United States of America. Against them, The Artist from the United States of America.
This is going to be an intense standoff before the fight starts.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the white trunks trimmed with yellow. The Streak Killer. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the red trunks with blue trim. The Artist.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one.
Good luck.
These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Nice straight left. Miss with that jab. How about that time counter shot? There was so much hype surrounding this match. I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on your face, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that.
Whoa, Johnny! Are we about to see a first-round knockout? Good job trying to back out of trouble.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's go.
Here we go. It's round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They're giving us us a high-tempo show. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement, move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Counter shot lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell for round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Nice counter. It's all offense all the time. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Stamina is off the charts. Nice counter shot. Good counter punching. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He blocks the right hook. They threw the hook. It didn't land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know they've got the... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. He threw a punch and just got countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Catch and shoot. These punches coming from every angle. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He threw a punch and just got countered. Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. You know the corner right there. This may do it. And Street Killer has been dropped. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
That's lights out right there.
That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down, you've got to think.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Catch and shoot. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Those counter punches have to hurt. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the...
Oh, my goodness, Johnny. And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. How are they still standing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back. Steady yourself.
Whoa, Johnny. Oh, and they got rocked. What a moment. Wise decision to take a knee here and get that mandatory 8 count.
What you're seeing right there is a heartbroken fighter.
Despite what the judge... What would you tell this guy? There's the bell to start round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Shot. Just missed with that hook. A perfect counter shot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Nobody home with that hook. Good counter punch. fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete. Round 7, here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain.
Where was the defense? Why weren't they covering up? Why weren't they more cautious? A much better game plan here.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Stamina is off the charts. There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh my! That's a game changer! He is down big time on the scores. There's the bell to start round 8. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. This is what... Whoa, wait a minute! All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. Hold that thought. Where was the defense? It appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything. And he scores with the counter. They exchange punches. An early stoppage here. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
counter punch. Nice counter. An upset of the year, perhaps right before our eyes. Apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Don't change too much.
It's round 10. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Defense failed them. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit, because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you'll get caught a lot more at the end.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skillful.
Whoa, Johnny! Whoa, and you saw the balance go. And the artist has been dropped. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Well, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown. This is the 11th. We've entered the championship rounds. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
A lot of effort being exerted here. You're a power punch. Hold that thought. The corner's got the towel. Are they going to throw it in? And down goes Street Killer. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tale of the tape. First up, we have the Artist, and they'll be facing the Artist. Some people consider this to be the most entertaining division in all of boxing, middleweight division.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Up first is the Artist from the Philippines. They're coming up against the Artist from the United States of America.
Just take note, look at the reach, look how much they're giving away in this fight.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from the Philippines, wearing the yellow trunks with red trim, the Artist. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, wearing the black trunks trimmed with black, the Artist.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold.
I've been talking with the mic off. Fighter!
Time to square off. Here we go.
My God, ladies and gentlemen, you missed the best intro ever because my goofy had the mic off. I know that's coming out of my check.
Nice counter.
But furthermore, nevertheless, we have Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao versus Jigga Jay-Z. As I said before with the microphone off, both of these men are Sagittarius, so expect locked in focus. Both of these men do not want to lose. They don't want to lose. They don't know how to lose. All they do is win, 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 no matter what. The money's on my mind, and it has to go up. And if anybody feels me, let me see your hands go up. Make them stay there. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Because all I do is win, win, win. No matter what, sir. No matter what, ma'am. Pacquiao with a 3-hit combo. Body then to the cranium of Jay-Z. Jay-Z dodging back. Being careful. Shooting from the outside. That's what he does. You know, he likes to do things behind the scene and use his reach, as he does have the tentacles and the phone line to touch you from far. That's a round. Oh, 2, fight.
Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up. Listen to
that is what you have to do, sir. You must be very cautious and fight a smart fight.
Will the referee step in?
Jay-Z having to push Pacquiao back, as Pacquiao bringing the pressure.
Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems at that moment.
Now let's remind you, Jay-Z has not taken many, if any, knockout losses here in this league, I should say.
Punch, counter punch.
And you know how we do. At the end of every month, certain fighters must remain upon the Created Fighter boxing show. And Jay-Z has remained here. He does not like losing. Every time we have put him in an elimination bout, he has emerged the victor. That's a lot to say. There's a lot to say about a man. He's put under the pressure of all pressures, and he locks in, and he's able to emerge the victor. You may not like him, but here in the Created Fighter Boxing League, he happens to be one of them ones. He doesn't have to be the homie, but you do have to respect his pugilistic gangster.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read,
Pacquiao going to the body, trying to siphon the gas. Jay-Z returning the favor. Pacquiao with a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hit combo. That's around. Round 3, fight.
Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
Both of these gentlemen,
Everything works.
as we said before, locked
Keep doing what you just
all
did.
the way in. Crashing right hook to the body by Jay-Z.
Well, basically, you do the counterattack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the
Beautiful
best.
block, beautiful defense by Pacquiao, if your eye was able to catch it. Jay-Z returning the favor with the counter power punching. 2 to 3 hooks by Jay-Z just was delivered. Pacquiao with the straight right of power. Jay-Z with the straight right of his own.
And they figure out the combination to this.
Oh, again, Jay-Z with the crashing right straight to the face of Pacquiao. Pacquiao recognizing it is slip and dip Sunday, so he's doing just that. Slipping and dipping. Again, Jay-Z with the crashing right hand. Pacquiao with a crashing left hook.
This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer.
Both of these men punching with the cruelest of intentions.
There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds left, yes. Round!
Here's the bell for round 4.
Round 4. Fight.
Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what
Jay-Z
you've just been
opening
doing,
up the
because
round with a combo.
Beautiful counter punch. Big shots from both of these
Pacquiao,
fighters.
3-hit
Be
combo.
careful, though.
2 to the body, 1 to the cranium. I must say, I did think that this would go the rounds because, as I stated earlier, Jay-Z has definitely shown up when he's facing elimination here or at the CFB.
Like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
You may not like him, you may not like a lot of things that he does, but he likes it here and he wants to remain one of the best fighters in the CFB. That is just his Sagittarian way. He must be the best at whatever it is he decides to engage in. So why not put two Sagittarians against each other, Manny Pacquiao and Jay-Z, and see what happens? Beautiful 3-hit combo by Jay-Z right there.
Throws the jab but does not score. They exchange punches. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in.
Round!
Back into the fray here in round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Just missed with that hook. Nice counter shot. Big whiff with the right hook. Nice counter. Couldn't land that jab. What a round so far. And hold that thought. You're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. How did they survive? Oh, wait a minute. The referee really, and the artist has been dropped. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. One, two, three, four. Are you okay?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just...
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. And they got caught. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
There's the bell for round 6. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
These two were made for each other. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost?
My gosh, I must have to stop doing that. Talking with the mic off.
That hook doesn't score. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills.
This is a great fight here on this Slip and Dip Sunday. And once again, shout out to the lurks. For it is only I and the lurks here. This is the part of the YouTube game that you have to deal with. The ups and the downs. But we're here for all of the smoke. Round!
Round 7, coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
And down goes the artist.
He's down.
My goodness.
Pacquiao.
One more time.
Hit it, Flossie. Talking to me, oh Lord, Brooklyn found his Lord. Call Pacquiao with his hit, Platinum albums in this bitch.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
He's up, but for how long? Look at us. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense.
So as I stated before, both of these men are Sagittarius and do not appreciate, agree with, or sit down in a boardroom with losing. As you can see, Jay-Z got his lick back against Pacquiao, knocking him down, basically returning the favor.
Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Ooh, Pacquiao. Crashing left hook. Jay-Z under pressure.
Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Jay-Z under pressure, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen and ladies. Sirs and ma'ams. If you think that it is over just when you thought it was over, just when you thought. Round!
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to...
Once again, both of these men playing chess, not checkers.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot? Hold that thought!
Now Jay-Z with the crashing hook. Will he put Pacquiao the Pac-Man down again?
And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now.
What a slip right there by Pacquiao. If you just saw that, he ducked that hook and got up out of there. Able to retain his consciousness. Literally.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard now.
I must say this is a beautiful venue here, the Observatory, and we love having you here. On this beautiful Sunday, Slippin' Dip Sunday that is. Brought to you and presented by OGCIRCLEGAME. Like, share, and subscribe. Then you subscribe, and then after you subscribe some more.
Stamina is off the charts.
Start another page and subscribe. Subscribe!
Is he going to punch himself out, though?
Do it now!
With just 10 seconds to go. The corner's got to take a
Jay-Z with a 3-hit combo that staggers Pacquiao. Just escaping the round.
There's the bell to start round 9. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try to put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not clear. Be sharp.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Are we about to see a first-round knockout?
Jay-Z has been tagged. Tucking him up. Oh, tucking him up. Sucking with a big ass lip. Oh, tucking him up.
One, two, three.
Jay-Z once again gathering himself and picking himself up off of the canvas.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes it angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown. This is the 10th. How to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do?
What's a heavy knockdown? How are they going to come back from that?
And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this fight is exactly what I expected it to be. I'm going to, as the YN say, keep it real with you. I expected both of these gentlemen to go out on their sword. And they are doing just that here at the observatory on this Slip and Dip Sunday on the Created Fighter Boxing Show.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so
Once
hard.
again, I am your boxing commentator and co-host here, Triple R, Ruben, Rosford, Trumpington the Third, and this is the Created Fighter Boxing Show, Slip and Dip Sunday segment,
This is with the straight left.
and you are watching Manny Pacquiao, the Pac-Man, go against J-Ho, Jay-Z,
That jab misses.
here at the observatory.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Beautiful counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
That's around!
Cardio was pretty. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, they're training.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you were not here live, you will be catching on said replay
We are in for a great.
two of the best first champion, you know how we do it here, two of the best fights.
They call it the chin. How strong
As we
is your chin?
do two
Do you have
fights
a glass
in the
chin?
beginning of the show here. Next Master Circle game will be fighting, and we will end with the main event as always. But I mean, two good fights here we had on this Slip and Dip Sunday.
True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely done. I thought there's no way it's gonna
Jay-Z
be
missing all of those punches to the
Look at
body.
movement, look at the speed back on it.
Blocked by
What's gonna
Pacquiao.
happen?
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
perfectly matched.
Pacquiao missing the right hook and the left hook. Jay-Z slipping, being very evasive. Uppercut by Jay-Z. Uppercut by Pacquiao. Both men throwing a cross and landing on each other simultaneously. Pacquiao following that up with 3 straights to the face left. Left straights to the right side of Jay-Z's face. Pardon me, dyslexia. Jay-Z missing a crashing hook. A hook thrown with cruel intentions. He whiffs. Pacquiao slipping, dipping. Misses the uppercut, as my counterpart had said there. Jay-Z missing 3 punches, but landing a crashing uppercut. And that, ladies and gents, is a round. And we are now going into the championship round. It's fight time! I don't get paid unless I say that, and I didn't say it in the beginning of the other fight because the mic was off, so. Not trying to get fired, if you wonder why I did that.
I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Not only does the boss work here, he fights here, and so you do not want to get caught lacking at the job at the CFB. You never know if our Master Circle game, where he is throughout the office walking around, might catch him on the elevator, in the hallway. He may even be in the mail room.
You believe what we are seeing. A very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
What a massive upset this would be.
Jay-Z bringing the pressure. Pacquiao surviving. Crashing right hook returned by Pacquiao. And Jay-Z emerges victorious against Manny Pacquiao. What a surprise. I thought Pacquiao was up on points, but I was wrong. It was a close match. The judges have scored it 113 to 112 in Jay-Z's favor. Both men delivering their punishment to each other at about the same percent. Pacquiao at 44% and Jay-Z at 47% overall total amount punches thrown and landed. Quite the dilly, sir. Quite the dilly indeed. Moving on. I shall retire for a moment, and Lord Master Circle Game will be fighting online. Once again, we are hoping that you are enjoying yourself on this marvelous Sunday, no matter where you are in the world. Craig. What's going on, people? What's going on? What it is? What it look like? Shout out Triple R. Thank you for doing what he do. I ain't gonna cut your checks, homie. I ain't gonna cut your checks. Everybody be forgetting sometime to cut the mic back on. We ain't be a show without Triple R. We ain't gonna cut the homie. We ain't gonna do that over there. Nor over here. What's going on, everybody? And shout out all the moderators that could not be here today. Shout out to the lurks that are always here. Shout out to anybody new. Thank you all for the 220 subscribers that we are at now. Thank you for the new Facebook followers and everything. And then we just gonna keep pushing, y'all. Thank you for supporting the channel. Do not forget, at springtee.com, OG Status Clothing, get your necessary gear. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we're gonna try to get you a little spin again and see if I can win again. Got Vitaly Klitschko with the Fab 5 fit. And we're gonna try to get a W.
Welcome to the WBC Arena. They've been talking the talk. It's now time to walk the walk. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Vitaly Klitschko, 6'7" tall.
Vitaly Klitschko taller than that. He's 6'8".
Watch out for that 80-inch reach. Up against them, Muhammad Ali. He stands 191 centimeters tall with a reach of 198.
What a weight difference. These two fighters are going to be in deep water. One has the size, has the weight behind it. The other is small, shorter, much lighter. Got to be fast, got to be sharp.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
Dr. Iron.
His name is Dr. Iron Fist? What is that? I shouldn't have pressed
Sensational.
X so fast. That's a wild name. His name is Dr. Iron Fist. That's a wow. I like that name. Uh-oh. Janky internet, people. Janky internet. Not on my end. Let me hear this nickname again.
Known as Dr. Iron Fist, introducing
that's tough.
Vitaly
Dr. Iron Fist. That name is tough, bro. That's a tough name. Better known as Dr. Iron Fist, bro. That's tough. That's just scaring me, and I'm using him. He on my team. But better known as Dr. Iron Fist. Isn't it big? Oh, I know what he gonna do. He gonna do this running stuff. Everybody wanted you to chase them around. What I'm gonna chase you around for? Come on, Slim.
That jab had to hurt. The jab doesn't quite connect.
She swear I'm gonna chase him. How he hit me? His arm is not as long as Vitaly Klitschko. You see? Janky internet. His arms is not as long as Vitaly Klitschko. He hit me from across the ring. That's crazy. Do your thing, chicken wing. Just remember, it's gonna be my turn one time. Don't see how they run when it's my turn? You getting ghosties and all that. Don't run when it's my turn, Slim.
Back and forth between these two fighters.
I ain't running. You can spam punch it all you want.
And as we see it again in slow motion, there's no doubt. That body punch right there.
God bless him. I hope he. You understand what I'm saying? My first fight of the day. I hope you got that same pressure when I get up. Because it'd be different when I get up. In the first round, they be whooping on me and they be taunting, but when they look up and they in the latter round and they can't do what they doing, they don't be running and they don't be taunting no more. They be
So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
To make or break a fighter.
Oh, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
That jab had to hurt. That hook had to hurt.
You got the speed. I ain't gonna outspeed you. Don't worry about that, son.
On their face. That's what happens when you stick in.
I know I'm not gonna outspeed you. That punch is supposed to land. That was crazy.
Make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched.
I see,
skill
yeah.
for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's all offense all the time. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? We wanted action, and they are giving us action. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come on, bell, ring.
There's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and stop.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
We know who has the power advantage, and we are...
Yo, this janky internet, man. I was on the block the whole time. He caught me with all them body punches, yo. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Disaster averted, it seems.
That's crazy.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
People with janky internet got an advantage.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline.
That's crazy.
The respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out to him.
This joint janky as hell right now, bro.
Swing and a miss with the right hook.
Alright, you taunt, I tuck.
Missing with that right hook. You'd like to see more jabs. Misses with the straight left.
Too slow.
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Don't worry, fam. Don't worry, fam. Don't worry, fam.
Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
This is my first fight today.
There's the bell to start round 4. Not the start that they
As
wanted,
usual.
but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out of it again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Missed him with that uppercut. They exchange punches. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard for the judges.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Klitschko in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Let him back into this.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he misses with that jab. This is a high-octane battle. You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweight.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
And they figure out the combination to this cinch.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Up, but you take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt.
Forget about that round. It was a bad round. But we don't care. We don't care. Go out there. You win this next round. You're starting to make mistakes, and you switch it.
Give him no free shots. Keep smart. Be smart.
Get back out there and win the round. The coasting
work. Don't forget the jab, and don't get carried away.
This is the beginning of round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Yo!
One punch is good, two punches
Hey,
better.
I gotta catch him again with it, man. That straight is crazy. It's all good right now. Let me
Right
relax.
here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that much above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Hey,
Just missing with the uppercut.
hey! Oh, they let him get it. That's crazy. Yeah, thank you. Come
Are
on.
we going to see a jab from these two?
He walked right into that one. This man has got the blessing of janky internet. God bless the janky internet, right?
Not a lot of punch output, but
I gotta run now.
some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Hey, look, I'm not even next to. I can't even retreat.
Let's talk about Klitschko in that
I
next
can't
round.
even retreat correctly because he's still gonna get to hit me, man.
Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one. Something they don't.
Come on, man.
Here comes round 7. This fight
Come
has
on,
been very
man.
one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last
Look, he
round,
walked right
everything
into it,
works. Wait
Slam.
for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been
That's
doing.
crazy.
You've won that hands down.
Yeah, he's spamming. He don't got no power now.
Stamina is so
Hey.
important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Look at that. His teeth should have fell out his mouth. Hey.
This could be the loneliest place in the
Hey.
world. If you
Why is he not sitting down, yo? That character, Muhammad Ali, don't got no granite chin on it. Look, how is he do? Oh, he caught me with that spam uppercut. The Muhammad Ali uppercut is crazy. It's OP to me, but I don't know. Because his hands is not that powerful. So the punch is OP, basically. And that's my guy. But if your hands don't got over 90 power, that punch shouldn't take that from you. But it does. Look, I was blocking how he hit me. I hit him not even standing next. Yo, this game's crazy, bro. Oh, snap. Justice.
Ali would get rattled like this.
Justice may prevail. Let me see if I can make it prevail.
Disaster averted.
Nope.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot.
You know what I mean? Like, and then he get the super. You know that's what happened. 7th round.
Look at the movement. Look at the speed.
I don't get my tuck.
It never happened.
And then, you know what I mean? Not only, look, now I gotta run. I just, oh goodness.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
I ain't even, never mind. Cause I know he wanna hit me after the, yeah, all these dudes do that. They try to hit you after the bell. I already know what it is.
Glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important.
There's the bell to start round 8. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you.
I kind of, it might sound crazy, but I kind of like fighting like this because it's like drunken monk style. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what I'm doing. I'm drunk. You don't know if I'm healed or not, you know? He's spamming that punch, bro. He's been doing that all game.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
I know.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got
I know what you got coming.
relax. They're confident. They know In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them.
I noticed I be walking in a lot. Yeah, I got to change up a lot about my fighting. I noticed that. I'm walking in and pop, you know what I mean? Giving people what they expect to get, you know what I mean? You got to make them expect the unexpected.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard.
See, like that, you know what I mean? Like,
The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble.
come on, give me some speed with the power. Thank you. He thought he could run, but he could not escape the long arm of the law.
Referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Somebody can
I told you that's why I like this. This like I'm drunk. You know, I look, you know, look like I could be beat. Soccer to him. Look at this. They gotta get me. They gotta get me. This game gotta get me. Let me get out of here. 1 second left. I'm up out of here. They gotta do it to me. Try to do me so filthy. Wow. As always. What was unanimous about that except the robbery? Let's go look at what these crackhead judges. If I tuck that man with no stamina, what they got me doing over here? They gave him all 4 of the first round. Ooh, Lord. I only got 3 out of, okay. That's what I'm gonna have to live with. I guess that's what I'm gonna have to live with. Let me see what we're looking at. Same percentage. I don't know. The judges just is like, he hit me with no straights. I should win off of that. He threw no straights, hit me with no straights. I out-jabbed him. I out-hooked him. I out-uppercutted him. The only thing he did was he out-uppercutted me. I out-power punched him. Like, I don't know. But you know. He wasn't tucking nothing. He wasn't, you know what I mean? He wasn't tucking nothing. But, you know, they showed him that love. I want to fight with a dude I ain't fought with in a minute. Yeah, I'm going to get it in with the Jaime Joe Lewis. I want to... Yeah, I ain't fought with him in a minute, and I'm trying to get one of my disciplines back. I'm now walking in the punches, because I just was looking at that. I'm like, yeah, I'll be doing this rocking back and forth-ish, and then people just time it, and I walk in, and I've been consistently getting socked in my face with that damn right hand, and that has to stop. Because when I do not allow that, I don't get a bad result. I'll just leave it like that. First mind is your right mind. We go spin it back with Klitschko. See what happens. I can't get no. Matter of fact, this what I'm gonna do. This what I'm gonna do. This what I'm gonna do. Well, I forgot. Sometimes you gotta change the apparel. Maybe I could get a spin. I don't know. Cause I do want to fight with Joe Louis. Let's see what happens. Yep, I want to make sure I just want to being cheesy. Oh no.